Hi everyone, welcome back to the Academy of God. And this is the final part of the series Revelations from God about black people. And I also add this time a revelation or a message I received from concerning the nation of Tanzania. I believe that's how you pronounce it in English. Now, what I want to share now it concerns the language of Hebrew, and more precisely ancient Hebrew. Now, if for those who saw the first part of this series, you'll understand that you'll know that the Lord showed me that His name, the that we see the with the H W H letters, we call it Yahweh, and I used to believe it was actually pronounced Yahuwah. But the Lord then showed me that its proper pronoun in a dream, written in alphabetical letters on walls, on a kind of wall. I saw that it was pronounced Yahweh. Yahweh was how his name was pronounced, meaning that the ancient Hebrews, the way Hebrew used, the ancient people of Israel, they used to talk, their language contained a lot of A vowels. Their language was essentially composed mainly of the vowel A. But that's not what we see today with modern Hebrew, meaning that modern Hebrew isn't Hebrew. It's not. Now, my point where I want to go is concerning it all started with the understanding that God started to give me about the English language, which was which is a cursed language. What I mean cursed is not about saying bad words, but mainly about the fact that the English language is essentially a, a language for witchcraft. And most of the words used in English are there to create an oppressive atmosphere around the person who speaks it, who speak those words. Now, you can see it, for example, when people laugh. What they say that they feel like dying when they see something is very funny. When somebody is very good, you call them goat, which is in biblical, what you call biblical language, is the devil. This is essentially describing the devil, because the devil is called the children of the devil. They are called goats because they don't want to obey God, while those who follow the Lord are called sheep. And because when somebody is very great at something, you say that he is a goat. Then you claim that it means greatest of all time, because that's how the devil communicates. He uses excuses. The devil, say Satan, never comes in the appearance of a good of an evil person. He always comes looking good, like with the veil of innocence. That's the same thing with words such as beast. When somebody is, again, good at something, you say that he's a beast. We see it in the media a lot of the cool person. He's considered a bad boy, a bad girl. Again, bad, negative connotation, all these things. And even when you say words such as television, what does that mean? It means telling a vision. Your TV programs, you call them what? Programs. Why? Because they are there to program you. You have things such as channel, from the term channeling, and all these things. Even when you wake up, you say what? Good morning. The word to mourn, which is essentially what people do when they lose somebody they love. They cry. They are in a very sad and painful state emotionally. It's called mourning, all right? And the atmosphere doesn't understand how your words are written. Now you may say that, oh, well, morning, and then the word for the day, which is morning also, well, they are not written the same way, and one is written like this, the other one is written like that. Well, the spiritual realm doesn't understand that. All they understand is the words that you release in the atmosphere, and they mean this, and they sound the same way. And this is the English language. So I went and I started to ask God, well, isn't there a holy language? Because I know that somewhere in the Bible it talks about God restoring a holy language, a holy tongue, when his people, the nation of Israel, will be restored back to their land. So I asked God, well, if modern Hebrew is basically a falsified Hebrew, which one is what is a holy language then? And then the Lord gave me a dream, and in that dream, I was told that Hebrew is a holy tongue. It's a holy language. The way you have English as a cursed language, you have Hebrew as a holy tongue. Now, that's not to say modern Hebrew, because then in that dream, I was shown two group of people. One was essentially looking Caucasian to me, like white people. The second group was looking black people, dressed in the traditional attire, like the person you see on the screen. And then these two group of people were talking. Then I saw the group of people who were white. They were talking, saying a speech. Then the black group on the right side, they started to talk in their native tongues. Now I didn't know which language they were talking. I just knew that it was a native language to them. Then as they were speaking their native tongue, I saw this the white group starting to oppress them. They were bullying them. Yes, they were bullying them the same way you will see children bully another child. So they were bullying the second group into silencing them. And the group of black people, they didn't know why they were being bullied so much, or why the others wanted them to be silenced, to stop talking, saying, basically talking their native tongues. And as they were doing that, I received the understanding that what these black people, thought was a native tongue was actually true Hebrew. They were speaking Hebrew, but they thought it was another language. It was a native tongue. Why? Because we think that modern Hebrew is actually true Hebrew. So people will see these native tongues in Africa and compare it with modern Hebrew, and they will say that, oh, it doesn't look or sound the same. Well, yes, because one is false Hebrew, the other one is the ancient form of Hebrew. So I was then told again that Hebrew is a holy tongue, and it is still being spoken today by some people in Africa. The problem is that they just don't know it, that what they are speaking is actually Hebrew, true Hebrew.